Played a lot of sports when I was younger. It wasn't just football that was my interest. I played quite a lot of rugby starting off as well because my dad played locally, and that was probably my main sport really. So the heroes I had there were the Welsh rugby team, the Neil Jenkins, Shane Williams era of players. They were players that I looked up to at the time, and then obviously I got the love for football pretty early on, and yeah, I realised I was pretty good at it and stuck it through, and players like Ryan Giggs, the Welsh heroes, stuck with me then. I was about 5-6 years old. I went to my first football training session and just got the bug for it, really made some really good friends that I'm still friends with now, and yeah, I got the opportunity to join Swansea when I was around 8 years old in the academy, and stayed with them all the way through. It was great obviously being with the academy, but being a professional footballer seemed so far away, even though it was a dream of mine. But definitely when it got to about 15, that's when I realised if I work hard and go for it, then I had a good chance. I don't know what I'd do if I wasn't playing football, but I'm sure it'd be something to do with sport somewhere. It all started when I was about 16 after my under-16 season, where I was offered the 2-year scholarship with Swansea's under-18 squad, and that's where they started training every day. That it was a full-time thing. The aim was to break into the first team there and then, and try and get training with them, to be around them, and it's just the whole feel of a professional footballer really. But yeah, the opportunities were few and far between. We had the odd training session with the first team, but those are the times that we had to impress. And I think when I got to 18, then I signed my first professional deal, which was under Brendan Rodgers, and I trained with the first team for around a year until I made my first team debut against West Ham the next year. The first thought was that I was going to be on the bench. That was the nervous enough part for me, which as a 19-year-old, that was a great feeling and a great achievement really, just to make it to a Premiership game on the bench. But then towards the end of the game, where I got the call to go on, my heart was racing, but yeah, it was an unbelievable feeling and one that I'll probably never forget. I think the first 10 seconds are nervous until you have to get your mind onto the game, and after that I think it just becomes natural. It's what I've always wanted to do, what I've always worked for, and there's always going to be a little bit of nerves, and I don't think it'd be pretty human if that wasn't there, but it's always good to get your mind ready and focus on what's ahead.